Alright everybody, this is RoboFrack, and I just wanted to give an update here on my channel page. I've just uploaded 2 new videos, videos that I just got off of 2 other channels. I've put them on the playlist for the events surrounding the Oscar Grant trial, and I just wanted to let you know that they're there and ask you to please check them out and offer comments. I think they're pretty insightful and they're very interesting, and the reason I put them up there is for a couple of reasons. One is I think that there is a tendency in situations like this where there is a white cop who has battered or shot and killed a young black male. I think there is a tendency to see this as a race issue, and in terms of this incident right here with Officer Mehserle, we may never know, what was going on in his mind or what his intentions are. That's something we may never know, and yet a lot of times, I think that there was a tendency to do that, to see it, as a race issue, and I think that this is one instance where that is not the case. And one of the reasons why is because it occurred in front of a lot of people, many of whom recorded it and then put it on the internet for anyone to see for themselves. So generally the way that we have in a lot of those other instances where police officers have shot and killed a young black youth, we have heard about it through the media, through word of mouth, through an organization, and there's a filter in place, okay? And this time there was no filter. We just saw what we saw. It was there, neutral for anyone to form their own opinion, and I think that is one of the reasons that is keeping this from being seen as a race issue, and where those trigger words like criminal, and thug aren't really, I mean, they don't carry the weight that they generally do, because even though people are using them, okay, it's just when you hear those words and you put that beside what you see, a young man handcuffed, face down, someone standing over him, in this case a police officer, and shooting him, a lot of people are saying, well, hey, what does that have to do with him shooting him in the back? This was an individual who was obviously subdued. It doesn't matter if he was a criminal or a cop or a priest or a dancer. It makes no difference. You just don't stand over someone and shoot them at point blank range in the back. So I mean, I think that the fact that people have been able to see that for themselves is one of the reasons why this is where I think that race is maybe not. I think where it is moving just a little out of the center spotlight. The other thing that I wanted to say is I think that in terms of the media and through word of mouth and programs and organizations and such, I think that a lot of times the information that we get, it comes at us through a filter, and sometimes that filter, maybe is information is edited, things are washed over, and then you have a lot of times you have to deal with what they call the blue wall, and that's where police officers, where police departments have a tendency to put up a barricade between the public and the officers, and they protect them, and we're met with phrases like investigation pending, unavailable for investigation or for interview, and such like that. And this is one of those instances where we have all that we need to know. We have the footage right there, within the reach of our fingertips, and we can make our own decisions and such. And so I sometimes I don't think that there, as much as we try to purport and support the idea of objectivity and non-bias reporting, or I don't believe that there is such a thing as objectivity. I don't think that is possible. I think that the minute someone attempts to do anything, they have, I hate to use the word agenda because it's a very weighted word, but we come into any event or any activity that we are undertaking, we have a perspective. We already have a perspective when we begin. So therefore, and I think that definitely applies to the media. And so it's interesting, but that's just my opinion. At any rate, please check out those videos. Offer up some comments if you want. And the trial is set for June 18th, and it's going to be here in Oakland, pending a change of venue or some other unforeseeable event. And I just ask that you please keep the Oscar Grant family and Oakland in your prayers, because we're getting ready to go through a crucible. Okay, this is RoboFrack, and remember, peace is always in.